Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again for another production of everybody's favorite show. By the way. We've decided to maybe do a little bit of a rebrand for this fresh season, come up with something new. Deliberate Dive Show. So.
The intern forgot to put my chair up.
He'll be hearing about this?
He'll be hearing about this
because we're a show now. Let's act the part.
And then he asks, or he or she asks, why don't I get paid? And then they ask, why don't I get paid?
Well, let me tell you this.
Little things like this.
Let me tell you this. Sometimes the answers just come themselves. You can't ask me for gravy and then tell me that the sky's falling down.
I'm really laughing right now.
Great. This guy's in a silly, goofy mood. It's rare that I catch you on moods like this. I feel like you're always Mr. Serious, or it's like Mr. Get It Done. But I remember Anthony back in 1996. Back when
I was just a sperm in my dad's sack.
I've known this guy since '86. Can you believe it?
No, like literally right now, just before this call, like Stephy called in. Shout out Stephy.
Our first unofficial call-in.
Unofficial call-in.
Yeah.
And you'll be hearing more about the call-ins later in a second. But It was an unofficial call-in. She had some car problems. She had to figure out like what she's gonna do. She's a freaking speech pathologist in the making. So proud of her.
The process.
So proud of her. And we just like helped her get to a point where like you know the answer. Like I loved how you answered because she was looking for advice from both of us, and she was like, I liked your response a lot. Like you know what to do. And isn't that true with everything?
It's very true with everything. You sometimes need to hear it just so that you can confirm, so I was on the right path. And that's a smart girl we're talking to. We come from the same background. She knew what she wanted to do. She just sometimes needs to hear it.
That's reassurance.
That's reassurance.
That's reassurance.
We did a great job. Raising her.
Raising her. There's a book called Attached, and there's a there's a dependency paradox that I was reading in that book, and I don't know if you know attachment styles. Do you know what attachment styles are?
I've heard, I'm familiar. These are all new terms that have come into my life in the past, maybe I would say couple of years.
Wow.
Because I've started hearing it spoken of so much. So I know like anxious attachment. I know what that is. I know, what's another one? No, come on. It's gonna come to me.
Man.
It's gonna come to me.
I gave you one of these. Thinking
detached. Isn't that an attachment? Somebody that's detached, right? Nonchalant dreadhead. That's like a thing.
Detached style.
What is it?
There's anxious style of attachment. There's avoidant style of attachment.
That's the one, yeah.
And then there's secure style of attachment.
Okay, I've never heard of that one.
So there's the three, and I actually just took the test on what I am. I'm secure attachment, slight lean, a slight left lean.
A slight, if you catch me on the wrong day, you might see me here a little bit.
If you catch me with the right breeze, I might fall down a little bit.
Or if you see me with the wrong angle, you're like, hey, that guy's he's going back and forth there.
He's a little, not too straight. He's leaning a little.
Tell me about it.
So I'm leaning a little anxious. But secure nonetheless. And the whole reason I bring this book up is because there's this dependency paradox that we think it's a bad thing to want another person and depend on that another person. We're kind of like cooked with media nowadays, like, no, you should be your own person and be independent. Yes, and
we all need some love on the side.
We all need some love, man. We're social beings. We're biologically programmed to like be in love with someone else.
I want to just let you guys in a little secret here. Like, the more I've been doing this podcast with this man right here, not that I didn't know him before, but he's kind of changing my perspective on certain things that I'm like, maybe from before when we started this, I had hard views on like maybe even stuff like that. Or what we talked about jealousy last episode. No feeling is necessarily a good or bad feeling. It's the way that you interpret it and the way you put it back out into the world. That maybe can determine how you're feeling, if it's good or bad. But no feeling itself is good or bad.
Sheesh.
So I've been learning a lot from this guy.
Wow. And so dependency paradox, there was a whole like story that they went into about this like one of those shows where as a couple you're like running like across the world to win $1 million. And at like the finale where it was like, you got to do this one extra thing and then you win it. And there was a couple, the man was looking to bungee jump and the woman was there in support. However, what had happened was he was looking to bungee jump. he didn't get the support from his woman of like a handhold.
Mm.
And the woman didn't give that handhold because she wasn't receiving something that she needed from him. So that reassurance,
Yep.
kind of like what we were talking with Stephy. She knew the answer. She just needed that little reassurance.
Little extra nudge. You're like, hey, you're on the right track.
Exactly. And so what ended up happening, the guy didn't have the confidence to jump into the bungee jump.
Mhm.
The woman didn't feel secure enough in that relationship to like give him what he needed. And so they cooked themselves.
Yeah.
They cooked themselves.
2 negatives trying to make a positive. That will never work. How many times in existence have we all seen that? 2 negatives, 2 left turns are not going to make a right.
So the dependency paradox is like actually when you find someone that you can wholeheartedly depend on, that allows you to become more independent. That's the paradox.
Oh, I like that.
That's the paradox.
I like that.
So, hey man.
I got a question for you, my friend, based off of what you just said.
Dude, hit me, but hit me like a little.
Oh, I'm going to punch you real
No,
hard.
no. I'm a little sensitive. I'm a little sore from our yesterday's workout.
Let me tell you guys, yesterday, we might as well have filmed a gym session.
My pecs.
Pecs are stiff, tight.
Left and right.
Left and right. Even the triceps a little bit, I feel it.
The triceps too.
So, picture this scenario, my friend.
Okay.
And it came into my mind as soon as you said it. Because today's topic is, surprise, surprise, going to be money. Money Talks is the title of this episode.
Incredible.
Somebody tells you, Anthony, you've done it again. Anthony, if you go do this bungee jump, I will pay you $200 million.
Wow.
The only caveat is there is a 10% chance that the rope snaps. There's a 20% chance that the rope snaps.
There's a 30% chance.
The rope is going to snap. Are you or are you not jumping?
Do I have pants on?
I think your pants is the least of your worries. Are you playing Russian roulette for the glory, or are you playing it safe for your life?
Serious answer or funny answer?
Give me the most ridiculous answer you could ever think of.
I jump off and I already stole the $200 million. And so I put a bunch of pillows at the bottom. And so it doesn't even matter because I already have a bunch of, and I chose pillow pets. I chose the pig pillow pet, the dog pillow pet, the cat pillow pet,
giraffe pillow pet.
the giraffe pillow pet. The giraffe, actually, the one that's most
It's hard to find. It's hard to find.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find.
That's a gem.
That's part of the $200 million I invested into that.
$100 million went to finding the giraffe.
And after you take taxes out, I'm really only left with like $7 million that I risked my life for.
Amen. Don't give me that type of money because I will find the giraffe. Serious answer? No. No.
It's not worth it to you?
It's not worth it because I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to leave certain people without me. Like not even talking selfishly. And then one day I want a family, a wife, and kids. Now you bring that into the mix? Brother, no, hell no.
Anthony, it's 80-20 though.
I don't care.
Nice.
The 20% that like I could leave my kid without a father, absolutely not. I'll just work my ass off and make.
We're gonna get there regardless.
We're gonna get there regardless.
But it's fun to think of these scenarios. And let me tell you, just on his answer alone,
what are you doing?
Nothing gets past this guy.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm telling you, brother, I feel like a part of me would take that jump. Wow. But it's at that point, I've never been a fan of people taking their lives into their own hands. So just recently, going kind of a little bit off script here, there was this Netflix documentary that came out of this guy that solo climbed a whole building in China live. And he did it like, it was not the tallest, but one of the tallest buildings in China, or the world, actually, not just China.
I saw the selfies that he took at the top afterwards. We'll put what selfie right up here.
Guys, Bing. He climbed that, but this is obviously who he is. This is what he does. He's been like known for doing this stuff. Doesn't make it any less dangerous. No cables, free. It's called free solo, something like that. Is what the kind of sport I guess was called.
No plan B.
No cables, just full on bag of chalk in the back of him. Climb up to the building. I have never, or the people that do parkour or that record themselves and stuff like. I'm not a fan of people taking their lives into their own hands because it's like you're playing with something that was given to you that. I don't know, maybe some people just don't have that fear, or maybe some people just don't take it as seriously as I do. But And again, I would not want to put my life in my hand, but for 200 million, brother, and there's only an 80-20, your boy's thinking about it a little bit. I'm thinking of the glory. I'm thinking of only the best outcome possible. But maybe that's the downfall of all.
Again, if I've got nothing like that depends on me.
In this scenario, you do.
Easy. Yeah, but in that scenario, that's tough. Dude, have you seen his workouts?
I only watched one of them.
Bro, this man, like, you know how we were working out at the squat rack?
Yep.
And you see those massive metal bars?
That's the one that I saw?
This guy's not doing pull-ups with the handlebars. This guy's doing pull-ups holding onto the like freaking rectangle bars and just pulling himself up there like that. And he's like, I do as many reps as I can to prepare.
He said, because I just watched this video, he said, I will do hundreds throughout the day. I don't know if you guys are familiar with pull-ups. Pull-ups like this on a bar, as hard as it is.
Yeah.
And it's not a close grip either. It's a wide grip that he's got. Just absolutely.
And he said, he's like, I just do it until it hurts because I know when I'm climbing that building, it's gonna hurt a lot. And I'm gonna do everything I can to prepare for that.
Bro, can you believe there were some people, because I was reading the comments of this stuff, because I didn't know anything about it. And then it just came on the timeline. There was people in the comments downplaying this absolute incredible feat.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's easy because the building is it's basically made all the same way. So once you know how to climb some part of it, you just copy that and all throughout the building.
Okay, that's stupid. These are internet comments. I don't care for internet comments.
I'm just saying, though.
All right, keep talking. I need to get my notebook.
But like, it's crazy that we live in a society where you can literally do whatever you want, the most incredible feats, and there's always going to be people in the comments downplaying it or making it seem like it's not such a grand. Because that's big time. I would never fucking do it. But
now, let me ask you this: true fans of the podcast will know where this notebook came from. True fans. And on the cover, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you." Now, with that, are you taking the 80-20? If the plan is you were always supposed to die off jumping off a bungee jump, and that was supposed to happen.
That was the plan for you? Yeah.
Then might as well jump.
Well, I mean, you never know the plans for you, especially in that sense. You never know the plans that God has for you.
Is there free will?
There's 100% free will.
400% free will.
No, not 400. There's 100% free will. Like, I strongly believe that. Now, what you do with that free will is completely obviously up to you. And yeah, I can say that people that say like, well, yeah, you were always predestined to do this, this, and this. But like, I always lean towards like, yeah, everybody's got free will because there's bad people in the world. They have the free will to be evil in the way that they are. Just like there's people that have the free will to just be nice people because that's just what grows out of them.
All right, brother. Let me ask you this question.
Please. Already with the questions. It's been too much.
Your house is burning down.
I'm going to call Josh Williams.
That's a good callback. Your house is burning down. You can only grab one thing. And assuming every human is out, assuming you got your clothes, assuming you got your phone, only your phone, what are you pulling out?
Oh, I'm gonna give it back to you this way. Do you want the serious answer or do you want the silly answer?
Give me it all. Blend it up.
And it's unfortunately, let's go with the silly answer first, because the serious answer I don't know yet, and I don't think I have anything that I'm that attached to that I would maybe like go back into a burning house. If it wasn't my dog, it wasn't my family, nothing like that, right? Or some like money that I had like in the safe, something or something.
You have a safe? Where? What's the code?
Come on, you really think I'm gonna tell you that? Come on, bro.
Live on air, Sebastian Morales reveals his safe and code.
Safe pin right there. And also, here's my social security number.
Bing.
The stupid answer would be I'm going back in there and I am getting every single pair of shoes that I own. Because you know me, those of you guys that know me out there, know me, shoes is my thing, brother. It's been my thing for over 10, 13 years now.
All right, you get to choose one pair. Which pair?
Controversial answer.
Wow.
This is probably not going to mean much to you. The Wave Runners, the Yeezy 500, the Wave Runners, shoe goes absolutely with everything. We'll put a picture over here. I wear them all the time. Just because it's so versatile, I can literally, if I would need to go without shoes for like amount of time, I'm still going to be fresh.
Anthony editing this podcast. I'm sorry that we're putting so many photos up.
Oh.
I apologize in advance. Hey guys, this is future Anthony editing the podcast. It's a lot. Y'all need to relax.
Sneakerheads will know, but fans of the show will see just go back on our feed and look at the shoes that I wear the most. It's right there.
You had some dress shoes on at one point. You're not taking
Maybe
those?
those are the ones. No.
You're not taking those?
Nah, bro.
Those are not the wavelength
Those are not
runner,
the-
road runners, beep beep, coyote.
Nah, unfortunately, it doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
The serious answer,
Give me the serious.
I don't think I have. Again, besides family, like an actual human being, maybe like an important document that I don't know. I do not have anything that I think I would need to really go back into. I have a bunch of stupid, silly answers. Serious answer, I don't really think so. Thankfully, I'm not like, I would say maybe so attached to stuff that I would need to feel. But that kind of just contradicts what I just said about I would go back and get shoes. But that's a silly answer.
Right.
So, how about you, my friend? Maybe the Bible, but that's not that great of an answer.
My knee-jerk reaction when I was asked this question, like not too long ago at my improv, my improv friends. My improv friends told me this, asked me this question. My improv friends.
Shut the fuck. Yes, I've met them too. They're great.
I have a lot of friends.
That's essentially what I'm saying.
My knee-jerk reaction was literally a journal and a pen. Because I thought to myself, like, yeah, what? I don't have this attachment to anything. Like, and like this necklace, my grandma gave me. It's got an A on
But
it.
that would probably be on you.
It would probably be on, but if it wasn't,
okay.
and I lost it, I'd be like,
yeah,
that sucks. That sucks. But it's a necklace. This bracelet, my grandma gave it to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like these things, and I wear them forever. And yeah, but like if I lost them, I'd be like, okay, that's all right. In Buddhist culture, they talk about like how you free yourself from this world is to relinquish all attachments. And what's cooked is, I just started off the podcast saying, but we got to depend on another person.
We also depend on things.
So I believe it's you can have a dependency with another person. You can love them and you can have them, but you can also be unattached to like the consequence of losing them, maybe.
No, I 100% believe that, because you could be so scared of that outcome coming true that you accidentally start making things go towards that way because you're so scared of it.
Bro, have you heard of people's significant other passing away and then within like weeks or days or like the other person dying?
Yeah.
That happens.
People say
heartbreak.
Yeah, like actual heartbreak.
You die of heartbreak.
And I think of that for like the example we had about a year ago this time, rest in peace, Maviquita. Her husband, Pacaritos, were together for, I'm not aware of how many, but a really long time. Decades. And now she's been called home. Like, he's still here. But I mean, we just saw him not too long ago, so it's good to see him in like good spirits.
He's got animo, yeah.
He's got animo. He's obviously got everybody surrounding, supporting him, But just imagine like your best friend on this earth that you been on this literal journey with,
that you chose,
that you guys decided to build this together,
that you decided to just unravel all your vulnerabilities and trust them with it.
Had to go home earlier than you did. So, but again, it comes with that aspect of, in the Bible, what it says is that when we all go to heaven and those two people meet again, the joyous day that it will be. Now,
you
Jinx, brother.
Jinx, you owe me a kombucha. This new segment, Deliberate Call, brought to you by Synergy, the real kombucha. And I'm not going to talk about kombucha because I've talked about it extensively on this podcast. But just know this deliberate call, which we're about to go and do, is brought to you by Synergy Elderberry Juniper kombucha.
Let's give you a little bit of context. We're trying to always think of new ways to reinvent ourselves, new ways to improve the show, new ways for us to improve the content that we put out for you guys. So we're cooking up different segments, things we're trying, so that you can guys let us know, hey, I love that. Hey, maybe that wasn't the best. Today, we are debuting a new segment. Are we going to go with the deliberate everything?
Deliberate everything.
Deliberate call. Or we're going to ask He had a little bit of context before, not too much though. We want this to be fresh. Andre, give us your best or worst dating story or money, which is the topic of our show today. So we have our first call, Andre Velasin.
You gotta put it.
We're gonna see it. Are we put it on speaker?
Yeah, put it on speaker.
Andre, my friend, thank you for calling
Yes,
in.
sir. Finally, dude. It took a while to get. I kept calling and calling. I got in. Let's go.
Sometimes I would say what time is it? It's about 7 o'clock. Usually we see a peak in our numbers or our calls between 7 and 7:15, just because it's prime time, brother.
Fine, fine.
So everybody's trying to call in, trying to give us, hey, I'm trying to get on the show, hey, But I'm
I
glad
started at 6:58. Let's just say that.
I'm glad that you were able to get through, that the operator put you through.
Oh yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, her name's Sue. She's new to the company, but she's great. She's great.
Shout out to Sue.
Andre, you know why we're here. We've prefaced not the crowd.
The Quran?
Yeah, we prefaced the Quran before we came on. We've let our audience know what we're expecting here. Andre, please go ahead with your worst dating story or your favorite story about money. The floor is yours, my friend.
Gotcha. Let me combine that.
Wow.
Man, first things first, real quick, I'm a huge fan of the show, guys. I've always wanted to be on the show. So one of these days that'd be amazing.
One day.
But let me start with this. So early in my dating life, let's just say I became a non-profit food bank.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. So,
not for profit is key.
Yeah, non-profit food bank. I was brand new to dating, so I thought, first dates were supposed to be like, prove your husband material type of dinners. So, real restaurants, sit down menus with whatever words you can't even pronounce, all that jazz, right? So the dates would go fine, conversation's great. She's laughing, I'm laughing, and I'm thinking, this is good, right? We're on to something here. Pay the bill, I pay the bill, and date goes, and all of a sudden, never hear from her again. Literally, like, ghosted. And bro, that didn't happen to me like once. It happened to me maybe a couple times. Like, I literally start to think like, damn, this dating shit is hard, or like, what am I doing wrong here, right? But you know what's wild is like months later, I saw these articles that had came out, and it was basically saying how women admit to going on dates just for free food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've heard that.
Yeah. And dude, this whole time, like, holy
Yeah.
shit, this was not trauma. This was like it's like a whole freaking business model, But
hey man.
yeah, that is what happened to me. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people could relate in their dating experiences. Has that happened to you guys?
Andre, let me go ahead and tell you this.
You're the number one donator.
Number one donator. Listen, man. No, when I go out, I like to, I show a lady a nice time, right? Now, I'm not gonna become anybody's food bank here. I'm not gonna be anybody's saved on their phone as free meals.
Free meals.
So
Lunch, dinner.
dinner for tonight.
Oh my
Andre, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but you were able to grow. Listen, how about the ladies that didn't appreciate a date with Andre? Huh? There's something wrong with them, my friend.
Hey, if you're listening right now and you are one of these food bank
babies.
Daters.
Food bank babies. Oh,
Food
yeah.
bank. Oh, okay.
Food bank the FBBs.
FBBs.
If you're one of these FBBs that caused Andre this trauma, call in. We want to hear your side of the story.
There's like only 2 people.
Did he
FBBs.
maybe?
I'm not, obviously I'll say this, like, want to be clear, I'm not saying women owe you anything for a meal and stuff like that, but let's just say, like, if the vibe's dead, don't order dessert and make it awkward. Or better yet, like, imagine having to drive them home, like, even more weird.
Bro, you finish dinner and she orders a second meal to take home? Insane.
Dude, yes.
Andre,
But, yeah.
what, just real quickly here as we're wrapping up, because, we have calls, you know what I mean? Where were you can you give us a little bit of insight where you were taking these girls? Were you going straight
Uh,
full on steakhouse on the first date?
no. I was new to it, so I'm just thinking, what would somebody want, right? Let's just say like I was around Fulton Market.
Ooh.
That's a nice date.
Yes, sir. But
That's a nice date.
to wrap this up though, about just everything, like what I learned from that, especially like with the money side, is that like the early dating isn't about like impressing. It's not really about that. And like um the first thing is just literally like they're just wanting to see if they want to be around you, right? So practical takeaways from that is, first dates, if you guys, anybody there is trying to get into dating, like go for coffee, walks, ice cream or something, something that doesn't hurt the back. But also a good sign too is like when they offer, like, oh, it's okay, I'll pay half. Like that is a good sign too of like
Equal effort.
Thing. But then watch now, there's gonna be girls like, oh, I'm gonna do that all the time. But that's like their trick up their sleeve. Like, oh, it's okay, I got it.
Andre, thank you so much for your time, my friend.
Thank
What a
you.
story.
What a story.
We'll be
Right.
sure to we'll be sure to have you on the pod soon enough.
We'll contact your people.
Awesome. I'm waiting outside for you guys, by the way.
Oh well, I wish I didn't hear that. Thank you, my friend. We'll be in touch.
All right, huge fan. Thanks, guys.
What a man. What a
Listen.
man with a story.
I think there's no better way
Thoughts?
for us to segue into our topic for today's show than with a conversation where he tied in dating with money. Like I told you guys earlier, today's episode it's titled Money Talks, right? Because we're talking about money. Anthony, what is your relationship with money? How do you, without any connotations, with nothing, just you see money, what is your thought? Does it mean something to you? Is it only important to you because it's worth something? Or do you just see it as it's just paper?
I look at it as a lot of how I view money is two things. A previous job that I had, Coast Incorporated, they taught me that if you trade your time for money, you're cooked. If you're not having your money work for you, you are cooked. And you're going to be in the rat race for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Two, this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a book where the author, I forgot his name, something, I don't want to butcher it.
I've heard the name.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what he means by Rich Dad, Poor Dad is he had two father figures in his life where his rich dad was his friend's dad, who was an entrepreneur. And he had businesses and he leveraged his money by having employees and companies and having his money work for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then his poor dad was not by any means poor. He had a very, very
His actual
nice,
dad.
It was his actual dad. He had a great job in the corporate world, climbing the corporate ladder. However, he called him his poor dad because he was in the corporate ladder and he was stuck in the rat race. As you climb the corporate ladder, say you're making now $200,000 a year. Nice. But now what you did is you bought a more expensive house and then you got the more expensive car. So that $200,000 isn't you like leveled up to 200 grand. Now your expenses are also climbing with you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to, trade your time even more to get to that level of expense. However, the rich dad, his mindset was, I want to get my money to work for me. And he would have businesses where, say you got a business and you're bringing in 100 million, not 100 million, imagine, $1 million of revenue in, and now you want the expensive car. Now you can go out and you can expense that car.
It was purchased by the company, not by my own funds.
So I look at money that way. Like, how do I get it to work for me?
That's good.
What about you?
I've read that book a little bit. That's why that's why I said his actual dad, because I knew that's. And again, it's like maybe everybody's dad is what you could consider that to be the poor dad. Not that they're again poor by any means, just
it's the
in the mindset.
Again, not good or bad.
Yeah,
it's the mindset.
The mindset of maybe just not understanding that, because this guy when he talks, he talks. You get that raise that you're looking for, but then again, your people don't want money to have money. People want money to spend money. So as soon as you get that little jump increase, you imagine, oh, maybe with this we can get the bigger house. Oh, with this maybe we could have the other kids. So again, expenses, that raise that you just got, quickly starts getting eaten away at by the new lifestyle choices that you're making.
The new lifestyle choice. Now you're going to more expensive dinners, and you're seeing your bank account not grow as much. Wait a minute, but I'm making 50,000 more a year.
Yeah, where's it all going? I'll tell you where it's all going.
And even in that book, it talks about like even like our conversation on the jealousy podcast was like when you're a kid and you hear like, hey dad, like can I get money? And like one of the dads would be like, oh, like here you go. And the other one would be like, okay, like let's start a business. Like what how could you solve someone's problem?
Yeah.
Can you solve someone's problem? Mowing someone's lawn and collecting money from there, you just solved someone's problem. They need their mowed lawn. You came in, you have a lawnmower, and you solved their problem.
They need their mowed lawn.
They need their mowed lawn. They need their mowed lawn and their lawn mowed.
Yeah. I thankfully grew up in a home where my parents never really, I don't want to say, like until I needed to have a job, they never really made me feel like you need to do this for money. But in a way, I feel like I wish they could have maybe pushed me to do that a lot more. Because when I would ask for money, when they could, they would just give me the money, right? So you don't always learn from that. But if I had that mentality from when I was young, hey, you need some money? Okay, what problem can you solve? As a kid, you would do hours of manual labor. Go outside and see if you could clean up that person's backyard. Go make money that way. Because I feel like that would have put me in a different mindset of like constructing money from early on. I've adopted this mindset later on in my life. I didn't always have this mindset. But I feel like if I had started with early on, maybe, I would have been a trillionaire by now.
I have another thought too. Going back to my improv friends. My improv friends. Now there's a girl there. Her name is Anna, and right now my improv friends. My improv friends. We're I don't know what that
Keep
is.
going.
I don't know what that is. My improv friends. We're like starting an independent improv team. We're meeting every Thursday. I'm actually meeting with them tomorrow at one of our friends Jake's apartment, and we're just gonna cook up, like we're gonna do improv. We're right now trying to find our form so that we could perform for you in Chicago. Later dates, we'll let you know when we're performing, and then like if you show up, then we love you, and if you don't, then you hate me.
Big fun of my life.
So Anna, she made this like whole in one of our classes at the Noynes Theater, it was like we're gonna improvise right now. Like think of a 1 minute TED Talk and then perform it in front of the class. Everyone and it's about a topic that you are an expert in. So when my brother went up, he talked about structural engineering. When I went up, I talked about my cancer journey, and you better go for it because you could die tomorrow. When Anna went up, she talked about how in the world there exists enough clothes for you to have like for everyone to be clothed 6 times over.
Wow.
Some crazy stat like that. And for me, now after hearing that stat, brother, I don't want to buy new clothes. I could care less about buying new clothes. Like unless it's like beaten down to the point like underwear, sock, that's different. But like clothes, like I care about quality. I want it to last, but I don't care to buy new clothes because that's that. We have way more than enough clothes to exist.
Unfortunately, I'm always gonna be fresh.
But like that stat for me was like, oh, another how I think about money. Like I don't need the flashy. Like none of what I'm wearing has any type of brand on it.
Just looks
like,
good.
Like you wouldn't know any of this. And I like it. Like I feel good wearing this. Like I feel good. Like I'm not putting money down towards like this corporate rat race of like we've always got to be keeping up with the Joneses.
I gotta have a better shirt than you or whatever.
Yeah.
Because again, a very good point of that is look at what all the actual like billionaires and the CEOs what they all wear: t-shirt and pair of jeans. You're not gonna see them in like Gucci shirts or fucking, that's for like I almost said the poor people. But the people that are trying to gain status by putting brands and thinking that brand, because I have the brand, it makes me somebody. I don't have any designer clothes, but ask me if I look good. I try to at least sometimes.
If designer clothes makes it into my closet, it's okay.
But it's for you. You clearly established that it's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
It's not because I'm trying to gain status from the clothes that I buy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not trying to gain status.
So and if you like it and you know that you like it, and you're a fan, and if you buy it, we're not saying there's nothing wrong with buying it. It's just if you like, again, trying to appear like you're somebody, maybe trying to fake it, spending your hard money that you make, going and blowing $1,200 on a T-shirt just because you think that'll give you some kind of validity. unfortunately, you're falling victim to what they want you to exactly do.
Now, if I have a company and I can expense it, let's buy the shirt.
This shirt is actually going to be for a client of mine.
Right. It's a
Who's
client
the
gift.
Who's the client?
It's me.
Don't worry about it.
It's me.
It's my brother.
It's me.
It's my brother, but they see you wearing it.
All right. How, when you're dating,
Yes.
you now have dated 5 times same girl and you've paid every single meal.
Yeah.
Are you having the conversation of like, what the heck?
No, honestly, really, no. Because okay,
Wow.
let me go back. If I like this girl enough, it's not even a problem with me. It's really, I don't even think about it. But that's because if I've gone on 5 dates with you, it's because it's somebody I'm trying to get to know. We've obviously connected. We've obviously vibed. So there's a connection there, right? That we've gone on 5 dates. So I really don't even think about it. But I've never had that happen to me because by the 3rd or 4th date, the girl was like, hey, I can cover this. Now, if I'm taking you on the first date and you tell me, well, you know, my ex used to take me to steakhouses, and you know, well,
Ooh.
my ex used to. Okay, well, go be with your ex.
That's an FBB right there.
Go be with your ex. You know, because the whole point of the first date, like Andre was saying, is for you to determine whether you have a potential connection there. Not, hey, let me go and flaunt my money to you so that you can hopefully make you like me more. But that's completely the wrong point of what this whole scenario is.
And
That's, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there is a certain element of like you are, you know, a peacock with your feathers.
That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't even, like, if I like the girl, it's not even a thought to me.
You're like
If you
waving
haven't,
around.
yeah. So
And you're doing one of these.
peacocks, huh?
Peacock. You gotta let me fly.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Do we get sued? Do we get demonetized for using
For using Marky Mark and the Funky
the
Bunches.
Funky Bunch?
Nah.
No, right?
No, Mark Wahlberg, come on the show.
Friend of the show.
A friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Mr. Wahlberg.
He followed us the other day.
All right, brother. We gotta move on to another segment. On brand of today's topic. Money.
I feel like I was still talking, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No. We'll go after the segment.
All right. So you already know how we get the books here, but maybe our audience still doesn't know how we get the books here.
Let them in. Why don't you let them know?
Here's the thing. We're not going to reveal it. We just come upon these books. And today is no different. And we came across this book. It's called Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as if Your Life Depended on It.
As far as they're concerned, we picked these books out of thin air.
Out of thin air. Oh,
a book.
Just a book laying around. And so the whole purpose of this, so this is an FBI, former FBI hostage negotiator. And he talks about how, hey, if you're negotiating with money, and it could be anything from negotiating a new salary, from negotiating a contract with someone, from negotiating a deal, from when you're dating, you're negotiating.
You're doing business. You're selling yourself.
You're selling
The
yourself.
other person is supposed to be selling themselves as well.
And so, and
it's up to you. Are you buying? Are you buying?
And so his whole philosophy is like, never split the difference. If you're negotiating for a hostage in a hostage situation, you can't be like, hey, give me the hostage. And then they come back with like, all right, we'll give you half the hostage.
We don't deal with terrorists. Hang up the phone.
You can't split the difference. It's either you give me the hostage or I lose. You cannot split the difference. So we're going to open up a random page.
Have a hostage.
I'm going to open up a random page here. I'm going to just read it, and you're going to give me your thoughts.
I am going to.
All right. Oh, random page. Guarantee execution. There's a critical lesson there. The art of closing a deal is staying focused to the very end. There are crucial points at the finale when you must draw on your mental discipline. Don't think about what time the last flight leaves or what it would be like to get home early and play golf. Do not let your mind wander. Remain focused. They wrote, and to give some context, they're negotiating a terms to buy out a certain contract. And he was emailing multiple times consecutively. And his whole point was, hey, get them, say no without saying no. And that's how you're going to get them to the dollar amount that you want. This is the last email. Thank you again for the generous offer. You have really come down on the price, and I have tried very hard to come up with that amount. Unfortunately, no one is willing to lend me the money, not even my mother. I have tried various avenues but cannot come up with the funding. In the end, I can offer you 23,567 euros, although I can only pay 15,321 euros and 37 euro cents. I don't know what a euro,
It's a cent, but in euro.
upfront. I could pay you the remainder over a 1-year period, but that is really the most I can do. I wish you the best in your decision. Brilliant use of specific numbers, and what an empathy-building way to say no without using the word. And it worked. Within 1 hour, the advisor responded to accept. Look at this closely. See how the mixture of mirroring and open-ended questions dragged out the information about Bruno's financial problems, and then the no method exploited his desperation. It might not have been a great idea to use this method if there had been another buyer, but with no one else, it was a brilliant way to get Bruno to bid against himself. Thoughts?
I mean, I'm also currently in a sales job right now. It's hard when couple of things. So the persistence, first of all, works. Whereas you, as the person trying to sell the service, so the product, whatever it is, the persistence works. People respond to follow-ups. We just had a person that's been essentially talking to himself in our deliberate dive email. And today we read we read one of the emails. And he's like, please, I need his call to action was so good. He was like, please, I need to hear from you.
I am not good with rejection.
Exactly. So at that point, like the first cue you could probably brush out, but if you're telling you, and it was so detailed, we're not gonna get into it, but it was so detailed, and that's that persistence. Because he's been talking to himself in our email.
He's trying to do business with us.
But now he's actually gotten a response out of us.
We haven't responded yet, but we're now thinking about
yeah, exactly. So that persistence works. However, it's also difficult when the other party is making the effort that they want. So they're maybe interested. This happens a lot in my job. They're very interested in the product you're selling, but because they're starting out, they don't necessarily have the necessary funds ready to be able to give out like that without maybe completely throwing off the rest of their lives.
Right.
So it's very hard when somebody's trying to make that effort, and unfortunately the numbers still don't work. Because either they're too low, you're too high, and you can't meet in the middle. But when those moments of like, hey, I can meet you here, and hey, I persist long enough to get you to this point where you can meet me here, that is where you have the art of a deal. And that is a great spot. So, I mean, I see it both ways. In that specific scenario, I see it both ways. That the guy really reached the point where he's like, listen, man, this is all I have. This is all I have. I can pay you this much amount, which is not nothing. He said like 15 grand in euros, and I'll pay you the rest of the year. He was very specific. He showed the interest of what he actually wanted because he's saying, I can pay you like this first part now. And he gave you the terms of how he's going to pay you the rest. So, it's a serious person. And at the end, the persisted third email got him to be able to get to that point. At that point, and sometimes you also have to worry, not so worried so much about the number, but the connection you're making. Because when that person, if you treat them well the first time around, when they do have it, it's not going to be a hesitation to work with you because you were there for them when they really needed you to kind of help them out. So sometimes you kind of slightly lose on some deals because of the return that's going to bring to you.
And what's crazy is, so this was a random book that we pulled off the
course.
shelf, but I've read it before.
Random book that's got a bookmark in it.
I've read it before, and it's a little, it's a little wary. I've used this book in my job because I'm also in a sales role, and I'm in a radio, digital advertising, podcasting, video production, all the likes. And I used this tactic literally last week to help Annalise, shout out Annalise, coworker of mine, close a deal. And I'm just going to use round numbers just to like give specifics.
Yeah.
But a buyer came in saying, hey, we want to advertise this. Could you put a radio schedule together? My budget is $5,000 a month. Again, round numbers. I'm just going to throw those out there. And brother, radio is expensive. Yeah. Radio is not cheap. Any person that's paying for radio, they're paying between $2,000 to $10,000 per week. And the $2,000, you may be promoting a show. If you're spending $10,000 a week, you're like a
production, probably.
Like a like a big home goods type thing where you have a huge sale and you got couches and you need to make room for other couches that are coming in.
Oh, you need to move inventory, so you
You gotta
have
move.
to.
You need to move in.
Everything must go.
Everything must go. So those are the ranges that we're working with, and so they come in with that budget, $5,000 a month, and I pull out this book and I'm like, all right, Annalise, we're gonna literally use these email tactics of saying no without saying no. Send her an email. Hey, so sorry, but like it's gonna cost around $10,000 per week, and let me know if this is a no. Right? Again, I'm using round numbers. I'm generalizing. Closed the deal for nearly 100 grand over 6 months because that person now came back with like, oh, I didn't know it was like a competitive market. Oh, I didn't know the numbers. Oh, I didn't know, but we just like played it nicely, brother.
Anthony Morales, let me ask you this, because I've heard a lot of stories like this from your job, so I know that you have a lot of probably examples of it. How do you react to getting purposely lowballed?
I walk around with the swagger of like, I know my worth. And if you're going to lowball me, I'm not going to be lowball. Now, there's a difference between that and like, I still treat it with respect and I still treat it like that's a human being. But if you're going to come in here and you're going to walk into the Apple store and be like, oh, like I'll pay $200 for that brand new iPhone. What do you mean? It doesn't cost
What do you
$200.
mean? Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't cost $200?
Yeah.
You can get out.
No. Yeah.
With respect. And so like that's again, like you know your worth. And with dating, it's the exact same thing.
You can't get lowballed, man.
You know your worth. Yeah, that's so like yeah, this
How
money,
do you okay? Have you ever turned a lowball into an actual decent offer or sale?
man. Yeah, I mean all the time. Like you've got to just Mr. Miyagi it. Sometimes when they lowball you, you've got to figure out what is, and in this book it talks about like pulling out the black swan. And what the black swan is like, what are they not telling you? What are they not telling you? Whether it be timing, whether it be like they need to make this buy by Tuesday, otherwise they're going to get fired. But in the beginning, they're just going to be like, hey, I have $5,000 a month. You can get that information. Now you're cooking with leverage. Now you're cooking with leverage.
If you have $5,000 a month, you probably have close to $10,000 a month.
Again, where the heck did you get this $5,000 a month from?
Yeah.
Where did you get that number? So now, like it's in this again, like never split the difference. You're in a hostage situation. If you're negotiating to release someone, oh, they're asking for $50 million so that I can get this hostage, and you're negotiating. But I just found out because I've been using these tactics that, oh, they're actually just a bunch of like pirates that are looking to party in freaking Ibiza, Barcelona, and they can get away with $15,000. But they're asking for $50 million. And by the way, too, like their like mom is sick and they also need the money. So if you can get all these things, now you can work it against them.
Yeah.
Because again, your job is to get the hostage.
Now, in these kind of scenarios, I mean, maybe in my job may be different because these guys need this. And here, maybe they don't necessarily, they can go shop. Well, anybody can go shop around. What do you do in scenarios where the person clearly wants to work with you? They show the interest, they've been respectful, but that's all that they can pay.
And then that's, okay, cool. We'll work with what you got. But you revealed to me what's your max budget.
Yeah.
That's, again, like you're trying to uncover that.
Yeah.
And it's about like empathy. It's about showing.
It's very much so. It's okay, so in my case, a lot of these guys are getting into the trucking industry for the first time. Maybe they have experience as a driver, but they don't have experience as a company owner. So a lot of these guys, at first, it's a lot of cost to open a trucking company, but the insurance on the first year is always going to be expensive for these guys. Just period. Just because you're a new company, how things are right now in the industry too as well. It's not like super great. You have to have empathy as a person because you need to understand. To me, it's my job. Thankfully, I get paid. I get a check every week, right? To these guys, it's I need to drive a load so that I can get paid. And this is how for a lot of these guys, this is how my family eats.
Right.
So for them, when they tell you, yeah, man, like this is literally my max budget. In those kind of scenarios, I always try to go above and beyond because I know that I'm not only getting a customer, I'm literally providing a way of life for this guy. And he needs to be able to start from somewhere to get eventually to what we all want to see our clients be is to have grown to big companies. But that first year, you kind of have to have like, and at first I didn't really understand it as much. I was like, okay, cool. Well, you can't pay, we'll buy, right? But now I realized this is literally like these guys' lives. So let me make sure I can do. I've exhausted every avenue to try to get you the best deal possible, and a lot of the time I do. There's times where honestly it just can't work.
Yeah.
But some of these people, like, it's really like the max that they can pay,
And I like
and you
that.
feel that.
I like that you're saying that because, dude, full circle to the dependency paradox. What they need from you is just reassurance and like, hey, man, like you're trying to get them the best.
I'm on your team.
You're on
Yeah.
your team.
Yeah.
I hear that you got a family to provide for. I hear that you got bills. I hear that this is how you provide all of that for them. Hey, I'm gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to hear that.
I will say the insurance carriers these days, they're very tough these days. For some reason, they're not giving out a great price. Not that anybody cares right now, to you guys maybe particularly, but it's not a scam just in the personal vehicle space. Insurance is basically screwing everybody all across the board.
I think that's always everywhere and in anything.
Insurance, life insurance. Anthony, your thoughts?
Life insurance. Get life insurance. If you die, I guess that can pay for your funeral.
Very well.
Let's keep it light. Do
Very
you want to
well.
be buried or do you want to be cremated? Let's keep it light.
I just actually I heard this the other day on a podcast I was listening to, because there's only ever been one person in history that's done this, and I don't remember his name, but he didn't choose to get buried or cremated. He chose to get sent out into space to just float throughout the galaxy for the rest of time, and you don't decompose because your body freezes, so you stay kind of maintained that way, and you just fucking go out there and just fly for the rest of your, well, not the rest of your life, but you just go out there, you just in space.
What?
I would consider that.
What?
Yeah.
Is he naked?
Who knows? I don't know. It's just he's just dead, and they just kind of launch you into space and off you go. But again, it's the only person that's done this in history, as far as like it maybe it's been recorded. But you, after you die, you just get released into space and you just go.
You choose like
You can't really choose anything in space. You just kind of get sent up there and then
right.
have nature do what it
What a
does.
weird thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a weird thing.
That literally turned me on to like a different choosing of like a way of like stepping into your afterlife. By that time, it doesn't matter because we're long gone anyway. So it's really just a physical body of what it is that we're gonna do with you.
Just a bunch of sacks of freaking water and carbon.
So if you don't want to
chemicals.
decompose naturally on Earth, or you don't want to get cremated and be in an urn somewhere, and you care about keeping your body intact as possible, get sent up into space.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Would you do that?
It's in my head now. It's something I've never thought about
It's a
before.
possibility now.
It's a possibility, man. Does it, bro? Space stories. Would you explore deep space? I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, like if it was a one-way ticket to Mars, nah, I wouldn't.
No, yeah, we've talked about this.
I wouldn't.
There's something intriguing to me though, like about going into galaxies. You're never gonna live to see all of it, but seeing what you see, I don't know. That's be very. I would see it as like cool, but also very like scary at the same time.
All right, we canceled Christopher Columbus by this time, but like back in those times, 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So like
He was essentially doing the same thing.
would you? All right, you're born in Spain. We have Spanish blood in us. We got
do.
conquistador blood in us.
Yes, we do.
You're born in Spain. You are a ship navigator and a ship
Back in the
captain.
1400s.
Back in the 1400s.
Mm-hmm.
And you love the ocean, and you just like, would you be like, you know what? Let me just go and sail that way.
It's kind of essentially the same thing because you're going into the unknown.
Explorer.
At that time, man.
Because you also thought if you go that way, you're gonna just hit India, and we're gonna be able to trade spices with India like that. We had no idea about
South America.
the Americas.
Yeah. Oh, imagine just discovering the world. I don't know. I guess I can't even think about it in my head what that would be like. I would say yes right now, just because we know that eventually you lead to other land and you discover other shit, right? But out there, you just kind of, again, you think you're going to India, one left breeze that sends you the wrong way, and you end up in the middle of the fucking ocean for I don't know, man. I don't know. And back then it's $14.90, so like, oh, let me pull my phone out. Or let me even have food by the time, you know.
People also thought like the Earth was flat, but these people they knew that it wasn't flat, and they're like, no, but if I sail that way, I'm eventually gonna reach another point. Pretty
Would you
impressive.
go?
Yeah, but I'd need to like pack a good snack.
What's your snag? What groceries you been into recently?
Right now, I love me a kombucha. I love me sardines, dude.
Big fan of sardines, huh?
Like they come in like a Moroccan style or like a lemon style. My
Ooh,
sardines.
lemons gas.
Bro, 22 grams of protein per container, omega-3 fatty acids. I like those. I like a good apple. A good apple,
great
brother.
apple.
A good crust.
Are you a red or a green?
Red. And then specific times, I go for the Fiji ones. Fijis are nice and crisp and sweet.
That's my favorite.
Those are good.
That's my favorite. I never learned too much about the names of it, but isn't there like another one? There's like a
There's a bunch.
There's a bunch. Is
Fiji.
it like isn't one like a granny apple, something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever, I think so.
Pink ladies.
Pink ladies I've heard of too as well.
Granny Smith.
Shout
those
out
are great.
Granny Smith. Oh, is that the brand?
That's no. That's
It's like the name, right?
yeah.
Okay.
That's the name. What are you into? What snacks are you into?
I've been into protein shakes.
It's not a snack.
It's a drink.
You think?
It's a concoction.
You think that's a snack?
No, not a snack. No. But or we talking groceries? Or we talking snacks?
We're talking, bro. Do you know that there's Pop Tarts now with 10 grams of protein? I saw that ad the other day.
Oh man, I feel like you're. I mean, yeah, you're getting 10 grams of protein, but you're also getting like 100 grams of sugar.
All right, groceries. What groceries are you into?
Bro, okay. Let's start off with I'm really big into. Not really big. I like protein shakes. Try to have one at least once a day. I've been since I bought this water bottle and it's made water fun or water.
Fun to drink.
It's been yes.
just like
that's what I'm trying to say. It's made water fun to drink. Love doing that. Feel like I'm in the middle of like the fourth quarter.
In the middle of the office, just fucking.
Bro, you guys need to keep up, man.
Sebastian, cut it out.
Just no, literally, bro. So it's like this fucking thing. I've been carrying it everywhere. So I've been liking buying little packets. I don't have any right now, but packets of electrolytes. I've been into that recently.
Are they too salty for you?
No,
Do you like put half a packet in or anything like that?
no. I just the
whole
last time
thing.
I got packets was it's this same brand.
I
Um,
saw that, Brendan. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
because I've tried those. And if I'm not just like absolutely drenched in sweat, like training for something, like they can be a little salty.
Well, but you told me stay salty. LMNT,
Ah.
friends of the pod. They sent me this actually. What other groceries? I've been really into fruit lately. I used to be such big into fruits when I was a kid. Somewhere along the way, I lost that, but I'm trying to get back to that.
Oops.
Well, that's kind of why I lost it for Fruit Loops. But now I want the real fruit.
Mm.
So been grapes, apples, even lemons, bro. I love a lemon. Putting it in the water, squeezing out lemon juice, and making like lemonade, like at home lemonade. Sometimes the boy just eats lemons too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lemons or limes?
lemons with salt, bro.
Lemons or limes?
Both.
Wow.
Preferably lemons because those are easier to go down. But if all my Hispanic people out there know lemon with salt, delicacy. And if we're talking snacks, I just killed a bag of hot fries the other day.
Hot fries.
Unbelievable. No longer into the sugary sweet stuff. My favorite candy that I will have every now and then though is I'll go to the store and I'll buy the pack of the shareable size Skittles. I love Skittles, but only the purple or the blue brand, not the red. Go out and find out yourself why I said that.
Back in my prime, sour Skittles, the best.
Just doesn't compete, brother.
Until like your tongue is just like blistering and peeling and hurting.
You've never had enough.
You've never had enough.
My friend,
Sebastian, you've done it again.
Anthony Morales, you've done it again.
Sebastian Morales on the microphone.
Anthony, I'm going to give you the honors this week.
Wow.
Wrap it up for us. Bring us home.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up because
And he's literally going to wrap.
I do safe podcasting, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Don't do that. I practice safe podcasting, so I'm gonna wrap it up in a nice little bow. Deliberate dive, double deers, what can we say other than we are so grateful for you? We are so incredibly grateful for the support that you show us day in, day out. We see
Truly,
the numbers. We
truly.
see the YouTube views. We see the downloads on Spotify and Apple. We see the people engaging. We see people liking. Like that gives us life, right? Like we're here going back to the money conversation. Like this is what is going to provide us that generational wealth, and we're building something. And what is the problem that we are solving? Entertainment.
We want to give you guys something to listen to, something you look forward to listening to. That's my favorite.
We look forward to this every day. Like we were talking before the pod, as we're coming into the studio, like, damn, have we been doing this so long?
And now we can say that because it has been so long.
2 years, over the span of 2 years, 2025, 2026, we've been doing this.
2 different years, 2 different calendar years.
And boy, do we love it. It doesn't feel like work. We're coming into the studio extra days.
If anything, at this point, we've kind of hit a groove.
It's a groove.
We've hit a groove that we're just riding right now.
And we're practicing safe podcasting. So listen.
Be safe and always. Wrap it up and always.
So wrap it up. Be safe. Continue to be awesome.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys
on the next one.
That wasn't as good, but it's okay. Kind of ruined the whole show.
Do you want to just do it again? No, the whole show.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's record from
We
the
might
beginning.
have to.